What's going on, Bulls? What's going on, squad? How's it going? It's the stock market Sherpa, the Han Solo of the stock market, the Yoda, the Luke Skywalker of the stock market, all rolled into one. It's Chase. It's your boy. It's Monday. It's Labor Day, and it's a party in the USA. All right, guys, you know I have to bring the energy for you. You're probably out on the lake. You're probably out on the golf course. You're probably out hanging with your loved ones. I'm here working my ass off for you. And I'm happy to bring you the Sunday recap / Monday game plan for 9/6/2021. Check it out at the bottom. Sign up for my free newsletter. I'll give you all the trades. I teach you how to win better than anybody else doing it out there. Just follow along for a week. Buy me a cup of coffee. You're welcome. So what do? We're going to bring in our screen here, and we're going to show you the Sunday recap. Go to everbullish.com and follow along. I created this morning for everybody, and I got some golden nuggets, some wisdom for you. Here we are, investing articles. We're going to click on, oh, what? Is that a little bit of Bitcoin Cash? Is that a little bit of RIOT? I think it is. The Monday game plan is going to be surviving September. The themes are Bitcoin Cash, different crypto than I'm used to promoting on this. A little bit of shorty, because September's usually sucky September shorty September suck. Remember the S is there. You can go SDAO, you can go SQQQ. I like to go S shorty, which is short the Russell. And we're going to still sprinkle some equities because who knows what the hell is going to happen, right? Okay, good morning and welcome to the Monday Game Plan Bulls. We got the Sherpa here, and we've got some September stats that might cause some worry, but have no fear, the Sherpa is here. I also have a major edge on the crypto space with a quadruple Sherpa, triple buy lock of the year. I believe you can play this game as though it has already happened. You're welcome. What we're going to start off with is a new thing. I like to bring this up because if you looked at last week, I didn't want to do too many reposts because you guys are deserving of brand new content, the best content on the internet. Go to Everbullish, like and subscribe, follow the newsletter, buy a portfolio, do yourself a favor. Last week, it was the Fed. The week before that, it was the Delta variant and the Fed and the meeting in Jackson Hole that was held via Zoom that never really happened and nothing really was doing there. We also had the Afghan withdrawal that was absolutely terrible. And then don't forget that we had the biggest Category 4 hurricane to ever hit Louisiana, and it went all the way up to New York and killed 13 people in New York as well, 9 people in New York as well. But check it out. All we're really talking about is the Delta variant throttling job growth. We got a little bit of Biden surveying some of the damage, right? Tyson, the union agreed to vaccine, so the chicken carving union, right? We have Apple postponing scanning for illegal content. Got a little bit about China, and that's really it. So where'd the fear go? I don't know. Not so sure either. But a little stat for you. Stocks famously underperform. They normally do very poorly in September. September is historically, on average, the worst month in the stock market out of the 12 months. Be pretty cool if somebody taught you how to make money in the worst month of the market, huh? I know a guy that can do that and will do that. Here we are. So some stats in September, since 1928, that is. The average September return, remember this is the average return for the S&P, has been a loss. It's made it's made 1% negative. Think of it like that. That makes it far worse than May, which is the sell in May and stay away. And May is the second worst month. You've always heard that sell in May, buy back in October, right? Well, this is the reason why that's bullshit. That's kind of like going out there and deciding to shoot exactly 72, not winning or losing the golf tournament, but just showing up. You weren't put on this planet to make average returns, so don't. There is a caveat here, though. So we can recognize that September is typically the worst month, but the caveat is that in Septembers that follow strong gains the month earlier or the year earlier or so far that year have tended to have positive returns. When the S&P rose by more than 13% over the first 6 months, the median September, so not the worst, not the best, not even the average, just the middle number, right, is typically 1.4%. We're going to do well better than that. Over the 93-year span, the S&P fell 54% of the September. So just over half the time, we're going to lose money in September, but you're not because you got me. All right, I can go on. This is the chart. I pulled most of this info off of Market Watch. I'm using them more and more for this because it adds credibility to the site that I'm promoting, which is my own, but also this shows how much I know. I was telling you this. I was planning on telling you this before I looked it up, so you're welcome. But these are the September's following, the S&P's following good returns, okay? So we only have one really bad September, right? So think about it like that. So this is why stock selection is the most important thing. This is why your advisor, this is why your Goldmans, your Morgan Stanleys, your Merrills, your Fidelities, your Schwabs, your DFA funds, that's why those guys are not worth their fees. And I've told you that before. They're not up on a Labor Day. They're not showing you how to do this. They're out there trying to pitch you average returns and just telling you that being average is okay while charging you 1.5% fees and not returning your phone calls. But the Sherpa's telling you how to do it. So here's the game plan. I'm trading X oil this week. It means that I already hold oil, but I'm not going to buy any more oil stocks. That's the plan, is to not buy any. If we see a big drop in oil prices when reserve numbers come out, I will add some oil to it. Little fun fact, CPE, Callon Petroleum, my baby, the one we've been making all the cash on this year, did report earnings and it was at a loss. You may be able to pick some up at a good time, but the plan is to not hold any oil this week, or not trade any oil this week. I still hold my ERX options and I still love them. Go buy them. The big one is RIOT. I've got an option on RIOT. I talked about RIOT last week. RIOT blockchain. Bitcoin is going, I believe Bitcoin's going to go parabolic again. I think it's going to hit 60. I called it when it was at 30 and told you it was going to hit 60 and you'd have thought I was crazy. It's at 51 right now. Coinbase, another play. It's a proxy for Bitcoin. They just bought 500 million of their own reserves into Bitcoin. Even more so, it's a publicly traded equity company that's got investors from 70-year-olds to 15-year-olds buying their own cryptocurrency. DeFi is the future. Get with it. I never get tired of saying it. And then we also have Shorty. We got the hedge on Shorty. I just told you that this is a terrible month in the markets. We're hitting all-time highs. We've got the Fed that's coming out and playing short memory, getting that Eli Manning, that Peyton Manning going on, where it's the only throw that matters is the next one, right? Well, don't forget that we're getting backed up to our own goal line and we're running out of options. So it's going to be a Hail Mary soon. When it is, Shorty's going to cash. You're welcome. Shorty, again, don't forget that's the short side of the Russell 2000. Small companies die before large companies because they don't have the reserves. Simple economics. As your advisor taught you that? Probably not. Crypto stocks proxy still on hold. I love them. I like Marathon. I got out too early. Anybody that's still in that, congratulations, baby. That's what I want. I want you to be even better than me. I want RIOT and I like Overstock. So again, I like all those. But the biggest deal I mentioned before, Bitcoin Cash. This is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. I've loved Grayscale. Your advisor doesn't tell you about Grayscale because they don't make any money if they sell it to you. In the guise of teaching you exactly how to be as safe as possible from good returns, they take your 1% fee and they put it into products that pay them. I don't. GCHG is the Grayscale Bitcoin Cash, which is a different alternative currency, cryptocurrency to Bitcoin, very similar. It's also a good hedge like gold. I'm telling you right now, this is not going to lose money. You can follow the Sherpa straight to the bank on this one, straight up. Just buy as much as you can. Hold it for the week. Cash profits. I'll cash profits. You cash profits. Go buy me a cup of coffee, round of golf, flight to Vegas. Show the love. Spread the word. Tell your friends, families, and strangers and neighbors a little bit more about the Bitcoin, the Grayscale Bitcoin Cash Trust. The easiest way to gain that exposure without actually having to hold the individual currency itself. It's currently trading at a discount. I've taught you guys many, many times. I wake up at 2 and 4 in the morning every single night. I check out what the cryptocurrencies is doing. I cross-reference them with some commodities. That's the Sherpa secret sauce. If you want to get the returns I do, you can go do that, or you can just follow me and pay it forward with a cup of coffee. Name a single fund manager in the world that would tell you this secret. I'll wait. Go buy me a cup of coffee. Okay, here are my current options. Again, transparency, right? We've got ERX options. These are almost at zero. We've got ERX option for $27 call. That's almost at zero too. I still think that these are going to cash. If they don't cash, the ones that you buy will cash because they're down right now. Oil isn't going anywhere. Energy is not going anywhere. It's going to play resistant to the COVID vaccine reopening. And it's also just a big deal when there's geopolitical messes going on, like the withdrawal from Afghanistan, China trying to take over Taiwan, and every other single thing that we can complain about when we're at the diner, reading the paper, talking about high school football like the old timers I saw this morning down the street. Shout out Mima's Taco Hut. Okay. That's a great taco place here in Canyon Lake if anybody's in the area. All right, the Sherpa, baby. Let's get some energy going. Let's shake up those dice and roll them, huh? Still like gambling stocks. King is up since I recommended it. Penn is up since I recommended it. I want you to buy more. The Barstool gang out there is doing a great job of pumping up Penn stock. And genuinely, it's now validated the same way a lot of other companies that were originally meme stocks or originally rabid fan base, Robinhood idiots are now becoming actual, they're just becoming actual legitimate stocks with legitimate earnings and legitimate reserves. I also like the score. Don't forget about Canada, baby. All buys, however, I do like DraftKings and Penn a bit more than SCR because that one's already made. It's almost 100% since I recommended it about 3 months ago, and you all know that you are welcome there. You can't see this very well, but these are dark greens. So this was the stock market heat map. Semiconductors, consumer software. IT was down a tiny bit, even though the large ones were up. Carnival Cruise Line, CCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines down quite a bit. That's all going to be COVID Delta variant, right? We did see a little bit coming back into the energy space and the industrials, consumer defensive. This is what scares me a tiny bit. This is why I do like having that shorty play on. If you look over here where my mouse is, hopefully you can see that. We're going to zoom in on consumer discretionary and defensive sectors. When they perform well, that usually means that the market is potentially turning. That means people are putting money on the sidelines, but that shouldn't surprise you since it's September. Now you know. All right, oil and gas. SXO is just eating it right now, but a lot of the other OGs are coming up. I'm going to show you that here in a second. Oil and gas exploration. We had some healthcare and medicals popping with LabU. Again, guys, you are welcome. If you ever knew what LabU was before you started watching my channel, I'll give you $100 grand. Okay. Information technology was 50-50, buys and sells on volume. Healthcare was next at 57.42. Consumer staples. And then we have what? 92% and 92% of the volume on materials, and the utility sector was on the sell side. Energies was 85. I'm betting on a comeback, but like I said, financials, same thing. Great time to buy FAS, guys. That one's getting ripe. That's turning into the LabU rinse and repeat. So we got ERX, FAS, and we already made our money in LabU and got out. We're going to wait for it to drop below 60. We're going to buy it again. We're going to make money again. We're going to cash it again. We're not going to play the rules that the institutions want us to. Go to the website, check out everbullish.com newsletter, and click on investing articles to follow along with this. I'm going to leave some of this unspoken so you can find it yourself. Anticipated earnings, because it's a trade shortened week. We've got on Tuesday, nothing that I really care to see. Wednesday, GameStop. That one's going to be hilarious. Get out if you haven't already. That thing's a piece of shit. Buy something better like AFRM. AFRM is the stock that I told you about last month. That one and up have been my two major winners that I have not promoted as much as I should. AFRM signed the deal with Amazon. They're going to let it to where they're going to microfinance purchases on Amazon, and individuals that are less than cash flow heavy right now are going to still be able to purchase items that they need. And I think that that's a terrific partnership, and I love it. So I'm going to be doing a review of this call there either on Thursday or Friday of this coming week. I don't really care about Kroger. So again, AFRM, if you've already made money on that, which I know you have, shout out my Pittsburgh squad, shout out my Cleveland squad. Some of the guys in League City crushed that one too. And I know that whoever's in Paloma, California, that's following me on this definitely cashed on that. Thank you for the cup of coffee, the lunch, and the round of golf, whoever that was. You're the man or the woman. All right, Bulls, let's look at the sectors last week. I hate to say it, but I'm starting to take a serious look at real estate. You know how I feel about real estate, but I'll invest where the money is, unless it's utilities or materials. We got healthcare. We got consumer staples at the very bottom again. Energy, financials. I am bullish on this, and that has to do nothing more than the helicopter money coming out of the Fed, the downplaying of interest rates going up in the future, which I don't think they will, but the public thinks they will. So we might as well follow the dumb money. Oil. What's up with oil? Oil stayed flat. This is from 2 weeks ago, and then I added my own little thing on here. So crude moved from 61 to 68 a barrel the week before last week. Last week, it went from 68 up into the 70s and then back down to 69. This morning, as I was writing this, I watched it go from 69 to 68. So we're back where we started from. This shouldn't keep you off of positive returns. I just like Bitcoin Cash shorty combo and Bitcoin proxies like RIOT, Mara, and some of the others a little bit more. So again, so still bullish, right? I'm watching this closely. Geopolitics is what's keeping me in this trade. And I'll probably, after this week, take the money out of the Bitcoin Cash trade, put it back into the ERX options that are underwater, cut my basis in half, and make money on the upside for the rest of the year. Those options are way too cheap. Go buy them. Devin up 30% in the last week. You're welcome. I took CPE off of here. If you notice, CPE, one of my favorite stocks. I think it's going to lag this week. It's going to lag this week because it missed earnings. It didn't miss them by very much. And a company that went from $11 to $60 and then back down to 30. I wouldn't expect to have the best earnings this past quarter. So they did what they were supposed to do. Jesus, they made 3x return in less than 6 months. They made 6x at one point. I don't really expect them to beat earnings. So an earnings miss doesn't scare me. I just think it takes the aggregated eyeballs and puts them onto something more like FANG. I'm thinking about buying a December FANG option. I'm going to tell you about that one soon, and I've got a bull out there that recommended that one to me and had a great idea on that one. So we'll probably be putting that. Follow my Instagram, Chase at Everbullish. It's right here. By the way, if you want to watch it, if you want to see it, this is what you can do. Go follow me. You'll see my real-time trades in real time and also some funny memes and things like that about the stock market. LabU, again, we already know about this one. It's at 70-something, probably 73 or 72, maybe 71 right now. But this is the one that is so simple. This is the engine of the portfolio. We will do this until it stops working. I took off the YOLO trade on Avenger just because I like Edit too much. Edit, we've traded dip trade in the 60s to the 40s. When it was in the 40s, I told you it was going to go back up. It did. 2 weeks ago, it was in the 40s. Now it's back in the 60s. You're welcome. We both need to start watching this closer, and that starts with me. So my pledge to you is to start watching Edit as closely as I watch the oil stocks, as well as closely as I watch the sector plays. And I think Edit is going to be a $100 stock maybe in the next 6 months. So 60 is a great time to buy, but let's get it, let it get even more juicy. And I love QS. Quantum Statescape is going to be in the 30s by the end of the year. I'm very, 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 very bullish on this. It's an infrastructure play. It's a CEO play. It's a SPAC play. It's a Bill Gates play. It's a clean energy play. It's all the plays all rolled into one. That makes me like it a lot better than just 50%, you know, of a coin flip that the most of the market sees itself as investing in. Again, we're on high alert. Risk is back on. DeFi, another reason to like shorty, another reason to like DeFi, another reason to trade carefully with a hedge on, and most of all, another reason to follow the Sherpa to the top of the mountain, baby. I need some more Miley, huh? All right, we got some pro tips on here. I'm going to make you go to the website to read them, but I wanted to add another pro tip. I'm just going to tell it straight up like it is because she doesn't watch this. My sister, Lindsay, smartest person I know, brilliant person, built brilliant money-wise, also the owner and founder of the co-founder of the IV.FM app that's about to do great things, but even more so, she didn't know how to place a stop loss. I keep telling her to tighten losses on her Ethereum. She bought Ethereum and made a ton of money just like you bulls. And when we were having dinner the other day, she said, how do I put a stop loss? I'm not sure what that is. So I'm just going to use an example here, okay? Yeti is a $100 stock right now. That's why I picked it. I also own it, so I could put it in here. When you get to a certain just any positivity, any type of positive returns in any stock, you can always put a limit to sell it. That's called a stop loss or a stop limit order. What I like to do is if Yeti's at 100 and I'm just going to put a stop underneath it at 99.99. Always put it below the round numbers, by the way. Great tip there. But you can say stop loss, stop price, 99.99. So if it goes down to 100 and then goes back up, you're not getting sold out. But if it hits that 99.99 and drops below it, or the next trade ticks up, you're just going to sell out. And if it hits 99.99, it will drop down. You put good till cancel. So this is a stop price. Think about it like you're riding an elevator, but it can't go down more than one floor or two floors. Depends on how tall the building is, right? It depends on how much gain is built into your stock. And then you can say, all right, well, I'm not going to go below, if I'm on the 20th floor, I'm not going to go below the 18th floor. This is when you start rooting for bad markets because you're taking your gains. With Ethereum, I actually hope it goes down. I don't think it will, but I hope it goes down. I told my sister, again, to put, and I'm telling you all right now, just every day, tighten those limits to where you can't lose. Now you're baking in the gains. You're playing with the safety net. Most importantly, you can buy back in once they drop. So this is what I want it to look like for anybody that's afraid or has never done this. Good till canceled, it means 90 days, okay? No, in this case, it's 180 days. 180 days from today's date, you will get a message that says, do you want to keep this, enroll it, or cancel it? And this is just a good way to, and I'm literally putting this in on Yeti. I hope it goes down. I can take that, bought it at 91, sold it at 100 gain, and then buy it again once it's lower. This is how you keep your returns. Okay, I know I'm getting long. The Sherpa's got your back. Trading gets at least 3 times as easy. 3 times as easy when you finally start putting protected stop limits under your gains. I have my bulls doing this, again, sister and friends, you all, the followers, subscribers, and fans, and most importantly, partners in the Ever Bullish business here. Putting Ethereum, just put limits under ETH end of every day. I don't care what it is. Just go ahead and put limits on it. It's easy, but the work has to be done. Very similar to my waking up at 2 and 4 in the morning. Not many people are willing to do it. So the Sherpa best bet, Coinbase, again, triple lock of the week. We made a ton of money on that last week. I think it's still going to roll. But the best trade is BCHG. This is the definition of a sure thing. I have the secret. I will exploit it, and I'm giving it to you. Hint, wake up at 2 and 4 in the morning, check commodities versus crypto. Have the dedication, have the discipline, or don't. Just follow me and tell your friends about it, and we'll all get rich. That's called leverage. It's called scale. So this is the ticker. It was up 16% on Friday. Fortunately, I already own some of it. Now we're going to make a serious move. Here's the chart. There's no reason this should be trading at $6. Doesn't make any sense. It makes 0 sense. This will be back up in the 12s, in my opinion, at least within a year, probably sooner. Shoot, it was in the 12s a month and a half ago. What's the difference? Nothing. Here's our Bitcoin guy. Don't love the way he looks, but he probably doesn't like the way I look. He probably doesn't know who I am. Ethereum, Mara, Riot, DeFi, Bitcoin Cash. So the alternative to Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Grayscale, ERX, Fang. Don't forget the cash is king. If you want to beat the market next month, this still holds true. Just buy Ethereum. Tighten it every day. Tighten it every day with stop limit orders. And don't forget what the Sherpa taught you. This shit is taking off like wildfires. My mission is to stick it to the investment industry for allowing traders and investors alike to be handicapped by the, quote, guidance of a bunch of monkeys pressing buttons behind a computer just so the fat cat's boss gets rich. Fuck that. We're riding like this, and we're crushing it. So go to Ever Bullish, buy one of my portfolios, support the mission. Most importantly, support yourself. One of these days, when the investment industry finally turns over, which is starting to happen, you're going to need somebody to tell you what to do. And investment management is now the gig economy. You could stay at an Airbnb instead of having to pay for 500 employees at a Hilton, right? Have a better time, right? You can take an Uber instead of having to pay for a taxi and his medallion and all the other things that go into that with cities and regulations and all that other bullshit. You can have a gig economy with a portfolio manager. I am the Sherpa. I'm Chase at Ever Bullish. I give you my personal cell phone number. I care more about your success than a paycheck, but I want both, so bring it to me. Here's the best option trade. This is the same one that I published on my Instagram. I just took it from there. I bought an opening transaction for a RIOT blockchain October 1's calls, and I think the $40 October 15s is what it is. Sorry, October 15, 2021 blockchain RIOT blockchain calls are going to be free money this week. So follow me on that. And again, you're welcome. I'm very bullish on the aforementioned stock sectors and companies. Have a great week. Have a happy time trading. Love you all. Thank you all. God bless America. Let's go have a party in the USA. AFG, LFG, LGR, let's get rich. That was good.